And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our 1.0 tutorial series. And I've cleared a bunch of trees out, as you can see. A lot of trees. These don't really do anything. They eventually fade and disappear, as you can see. I've cut a bunch of trees out, and all of those disappear. All right, I want to get batteries up and running. And batteries use sulfuric acid, and look at that, we have sulfur right here. It's glorious. So first things first, let's get some sulfuric acid production up and running. 4 of these should be more than fitting for a lot of production. And just like we did in our oil, we're going to combine these two, and we can have enough space for one of these guys. And then they need sulfur, of course. So we are going to do right there. We're going to bring sulfur in right along here. And the output, we will use a tank to store the stuff. And I want to make sure we have plenty of potential production capabilities. So we're going to go right there with it, with a pump, just to make sure the system is pressurized. And of course, we're going to need an underground right there, and load in sulfur. Let's get everything powered up. Like so. And we need iron plate as well. So we're going to wrap this around this way, and we are going to have inserters. We can do in the middle-ish, like so. We're going to bring iron up where, okay, our red ends there, so we're going to bring the upgraded belt further up. You gotta upgrade your splitters if you're upgrading your belt, because the splitters have a certain throughput as well. So iron plate is used not only in the production of sulfur, but also not sulfur, sulfuric acid, but it's also used in trying to get my line here. 4. Yeah. Something like that. And then the inserters need to put on to push it a little bit further. It's not a lot. It's like one plate. You could use stack inserters for your sulfur, but I mean, this is plenty. We're going to actually go out like that with it. So our battery production three, let's see. Let's set the recipe. How do we want to do this? It's just one of each plate, so your throughput is not going to be super high. So one thing we could do, let's connect all of these up. We're going to have a belt for the supply of iron and such. we're going to want to actually move that out a little bit so we can bring in sulfur. Sulfur is going to come up here and here. So this can be pressurized. Ah, autosave mixed me up there. Something like that. Or, let's see. I'm thinking here, we want to space these out more. Because I need to get an inserter in there. Normally I'd put it right there. So let's take this away. And we're going to plan on having it right here. Something like that. With that. And that. And another bank of these. Because they're not a quick craft. They're sort of quick, but not super quick. Shift right click and left click to copy and paste. Whoop. Watch my own pattern there. Okay, and then this. So, power-wise, we can do that. It's kind of a waste of undergrounds, but you know, it works. It works out for us. That's not what I wanted. Wow. My brain is just like, what are you doing? Okay, and then one last one over here. Okay, so that's powering all of those. We will work on the output in a second. We need to get more iron and copper. So I want iron right there. Let's bring copper up. Lot of yellow belt in here. Oh man, lot of yellow belt. There's that's still yellow. There is my red. Oh, I can't wait to get some armor. Belt immunity. It's a glorious thing. Okay, so we want our copper right here. Pretty sure that's our line. And then copper right there. And there we have a very compact setup. It's not pressure. We don't have any sulfuric acid in there yet. It's not pressurized yet. Okay, so the output from these, I kind of want those will all drop down on there. We're going to want to go up. And we'll have to deal with power in a second. It would be nice to have some lights, though. Jeepers creepers, it's dark in here. No room for light. Oh, there's some light I can drop in. Now, let's actually take those this way. Add a chest. There's our battery storage. Now, let's get some power up here. I mean, we can square these off, certainly. Makes for a nice line. There we go. The last item on the agenda. Supplying all of that. Our first bank of batteries is coming in. And we're producing, we've got 20 of these. And we're producing every 4 seconds. So every 4 seconds we've got 20, which is 1 every 5 seconds roughly. And that's lots of batteries. I mean, put a little limit on that for now. I don't want our pollution getting too out of hand, which it will with all of this production up here. And most of these, we should have plenty of capacity, because each one of these is producing 50 sulfuric acid every second. And each one of these is only using 20 every 4 seconds. So we can supply with one of these quite a few of those. Let's actually upgrade these to stack inserters. I want to make sure that we are pushing as much as possible in there, because once it backlogs, once it stuffs up, then we'll see exactly how many of these we're using, and we have room. We have room to put more, certainly. As you can see, our sulfuric acid is going up, so we're definitely overproducing it, which is fine. I don't mind overproducing. Look at that, we have a bunch of batteries already. And mainly, I wanted those up and running because they're used in a few recipes that we are going to want. They're used in laser turrets, 12 batteries each. Yeah, when you start manufacturing these, your resources start to disappear rather quickly. So wanted to get that up and running soon. Other research, we have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that we could get done. We could even go move ourselves towards uranium processing, but our uranium, the one I want to hit is this one over here, and that's a ways away. That's a long ways away. And there's no oil anywhere close. There's a little patch down here. We could tap into this to make sulfur, because in order to mine uranium, you need to supply the miners with sulfuric acid. So we would need, to make sulfuric acid, we would need iron and oil in order to do that. So yeah, it's kind of a messy business to try to get that out there without trains or whatnot. Once you get trains up, it's a little bit easier, but trains are a lot easier to manage once you have bots, and you can build, you know, in blueprint style bot systems. But in order to get my nuclear bots, let's see, bot, there they are. This is my mod here, Bunky's Nuclear Bots. Uses one bot, uranium fuel cell, and some circuits, and gives you a nuclear bot that doesn't need to recharge, and it goes a little bit faster. So when you get a really big base, you know, and you do a job way up here, and they have to go down here to get a resource, they have to recharge several times just to get up there, and it's a major strain on the game and your power systems. So I put that research pretty far down the tree, you know, to try to get you to use regular bots for a while, and that way when you get up to the nuclear bots, it's just a relief. It's just something you can go, oh, thank goodness, and not have to worry about it again. Because by then you've probably got some nuclear power setups going. Oh my goodness, 5 turrets. Have they upgraded to medium? Those look like medium biters to me. They might have evolved already to medium biters, which is scary. It's a scary thought. So it looks like maybe 2.5, roughly. 2.5 of these are good to go. If we go down to our oil, this is why I like radar coverage. You can see we're keeping up with it pretty good. I didn't balance that belt for some reason. I should have, but I didn't. And we've got, well, it's dropped. So these are running. These are running. And are we keeping up? It really depends on this goes to 11 or it goes to 13. It looks like it's bouncing up and down. I can barely see the pixels moving. It might be trending down. Depends on how fast that picks up. You can see. Oh, that was a lot. That was a lot of sulfur that just got picked up from somebody. Wow. Yeah, we're using a lot of sulfur over here. It's a lot. But we got lots of batteries, so I'm happy with that. So the next item is I want, you know, I'm very much exposed here. I don't have really any good armor. I would love to get some good armor up, especially like exoskeleton, power armor. Power armor would be nice. So let's go. Does that use blue? It does use blue circuits. That's brutal. That is really brutal. So can't quite do power armor. What kind of armor can I make? I can make modular armor. Let's grab some red circuits, make myself a modular armor suit. It's automatically put when you don't have any armor, it's automatically put down here. This should give us a small grid to work with. Yeah, we got a little 5x5 grid to work with here. And armor is going to help us move around a little bit faster, not get kicked around by the belts. Anything else that I need to upgrade? Nope. But we got to research it first. So we can't research these. We got to do military science, which is going to be a huge burden on our game. We could do teleporters. 500. That's something I could research in between episodes and then come back once it's done. Solar energy, probably going to want that because that gives us the portable solar panels, which gives us personal batteries. It gives us night vision. It gives us the belt immunity, which is so nice. What else does it give us? Nothing that we can research. We could do energy shields. Oh, no, we can't. That's military science. So belt immunity, personal batteries, and portable solar panels is what we can do. And those are going to take a while to research, all of those. And amazingly, those are all red-green. There's no blue science in those at all. Yeah, those are all military lab research. That would be nice. Advanced material processing. This is another reason why you want to start expanding your power, because the electric furnaces, the benefit of these, if we look at a regular furnace, okay, crafting speed 2, pollution 4 per minute. Okay, if we look at these, crafting speed 2, but a pollution is 1 per minute. Same crafting speed, a quarter of the pollution you generate. But the trick to these is, instead of being a 2x2, which is what our entire system is based on, it's actually a 3x3. So I want to get these research, because you can see steel, red circuits, and brick. Huge amount of resources go into those. Huge amount. My wall crafter is done. Turret crafter is basically filled up as much as it can. But yeah, you got to, one thing you got to do is refactor all of your smelting, because these are 2x2s. Now you're going to have a 3x3, so you got to, you got to plan ahead, basically. What I like to do is, when I get ready to get the system upgraded, I will cut off the coal supply as close to the source as I can. Once that's cut off, the coal will slowly drain out of the whole system, and you can then not have as much stuff filling your inventory once you start dismantling the system. Do I have accumulators researched? There's another one I really want to research. Substations. These are so nice. And once solar is done, I'm hoping... Do I have accumulators already done? Yep, I did. I have accumulators ready to go. So these are another brutal craft. Lots of iron being used. Again, lots and lots of iron being used. So if I wanted an accumulator setup, I'd probably build it up here, because we've got batteries right close by. Now, if memory serves, yellow, yeah, flying robot frames, and product, oh my goodness gracious. Flying robot frames, I do believe, use batteries. Yep. Batteries and electric engines. And electric engines, that's where the lubricant comes from. Lubricant goes into electric engines. It's one of the few crafts that actually uses it. And that's one of the reasons why I built up such a large amount down here. Because once we start using it, it'll go pretty fast. I'm trying to not, tear these trees down, because we're starting to creep into this area, and there's no trees in here. So once pollution starts to push into here, it's going to go pretty much all the way through, which is bad for us, because we don't have any protection on this side. What is that? Is that little dots of water? Anyway, yeah, accumulators are nice in conjunction with solar panels. And solar panels, don't technically use or produce all that much power when you compare them to like steam turbines, but they produce no pollution. So if your pollution cloud is getting a little bit out of hand, you can take huge swaths of land like this area all in here and just pepper it with solar panels and reduce your pollution cloud by that much more. And once this backs up, that will really help. Every once in a while, I like to have my entire factory just calm down. Every once in a while, it's nice to just let the pollution go away and get absorbed or go just be gone. Wow, we're tapping a lot of power here. Oh, thank goodness. That was a long one. Probably going to want to get electric engines going. There's power armor. But I needed something. Yeah, I needed blue circuits. Yeah, that's why I'm resisting blue circuits right now. We don't really have the factory capacity for those. Those are brutal on green circuits. Those use so many green circuits. It's 20 greens per blue. So, yeah, it's crazy how quickly your green circuits disappear at that point. All right. Well, I think that is going to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.